Hi everybody, Rebecca here. Nina and I have had so much fun doing this chakra intensive course, and it was really intense for us on the other end, and we love the chakras and we're constantly learning new things about the chakras and new chakras. We're always blown away by what we learn and when we learn it. Feel free to go back through all the material and enjoy and focus on opening these up, balancing them. We gave you a lot of really cool information. The cool thing as we were doing this, as you know, in the middle of it, I got so sick and I was shocked. It's a really big aha learning moment for me. And then, just as I'm getting better, Nina and I were on a live in the Cosmic Rewire, and we got off that live and we got this huge download of information. And it was crazy. So we're always one to go, okay, well, let's see what happens when we do this. And so the download was showing us chakras and a different way to perceive the energy of the chakras in dimensions. And when we started seeing, we started getting the pictures of what to do and how to do it. And we were like, we didn't know we could do that. So what happened was we flipped our chakras over and then flipped them over again. And what happened was we got this really cool, energetic reset. And I felt a little bumpy after, and then it smoothed out. And the results have been incredible. And the chakras really are the keys to so many parts of your life. We started the name that came to us was really cool. We both heard the word crystalline, and I wasn't too sure what that meant or what that entailed, so I did some Googling, and my understanding of the crystalline is that when it's activated, your body physically is more acclimated to the energy. Sometimes when we're doing the energy work, we're working on your energy and it takes a minute for the physical body to catch up. So what happened with flipping the chakras was it created a reset on a cellular level. And it dumps a lot really fast. And we smoothed it out, but at first it wasn't so smooth. Nina actually had quite a bit to dump that she didn't know, and it got a little bumpy for her. And she's coming out at the end of that, and it's showing that it cleans, everything off pretty fast. So that was really cool. Really enjoy the work with the chakras and all the new chakras. It's really not that difficult to focus on a specific chakra for even a few minutes or the day. Set the intention that you want to connect to that chakra. So if it's your dolphin matrix, get into a nice quiet space and ask to connect to that chakra. When we started doing the crystalline, we grounded really, really well. And we didn't even know that we could flip the chakras. And it feels amazing. I noticed almost immediately I would wake up with constant lower back pain and inflammation in my joints, and I could get it to go away throughout the day and feel better. And I thought maybe I was dehydrated, so I would drink more water. And I thought, okay, maybe it's emotional. But I couldn't ever seem to get it to completely stop. And once I flipped my chakras and we did this Crystalline DNA Rewire, that left. And it's been, I think it's going to be almost a week, and it has not come back. And every once in a while, I'll just take and start to flip or rotate my chakras again. And this is the cool thing. As soon as I start getting into some thing in life that's causing me to restrict or constrict my chakras, I'll sit there and I'll start to flip them. Almost like we call it we're pancaking your chakra. So like a pancake would flip. You just flip them over. And I actually have been flipping mine and getting them to flip the other way, because, you know, some people see the chakra like it flows in a circle. Chakra means wheel of light. But this was different. When I flipped it from like top to bottom, it activated the crystalline DNA. And it cleared out a lot of physical pain in my body. So over the weekend, we did our first group Crystalline DNA Rewire, because, you know, we'd only done it on myself, Nina, and a couple other people that we felt were in alignment with this kind of energy work. Well, over the weekend, we did a group, and we did it on 11/11. We had 11 people, and Nina and I worked on everyone throughout the day, and we had a grounding process, some really cool, I forget what kind of music it was, but it was a music thing that will activate the DNA and the crystalline energy. And then we grounded and sealed everyone at 11/11 at night. And the results have been more energy, feeling better, feeling calmer. People that have had chronic pain or have noticed that has disappeared. And this is just amazing. No, Kim, not counterwise. So this is what blew me and Nina away, okay? To me, how a chakra will look is like a little mini universe, like say like a frisbee or the shape of a pancake. And when you're born into the 3D world, the chakras flow a certain way. And then to me, if you get traumatized or you have something very physical, the chakra can actually start to turn backwards and make you sick. Your chi or I think they call it prana, is off. This was taking the energy, so it still will flow the way that it's flowing. But what we did is we'd go through each person in the group, and we would clear and balance the chakra, and then take the energy of the chakra and literally see it turning over like a new leaf. And when I asked my guides why this was important and why this, what they said was, imagine like you're turning over a new leaf, but you have all this crap on the top of the old leaf, and when you turn it over, you're going to dump a lot, and then you have this new fresh side. But there's like another dimension to the energy on the other side that I didn't even know was there, and neither did Nina. And she said in some of her training she had come across where you could do a reset by flipping the chakras, and it was a little different than this. We were being shown to take it and go whoop. So what I actually did after I flipped mine a few times and I felt like I was good and grounded and I got the hang of it, I started flipping them. And I started at my root, and I would just flip the root, and then the sacral, solar plexus, the heart. And it just, I feel so good. I feel so present. I feel calm. I feel very awakened. Something that would get me stressed out or bother me, I just sit there and it's like not attaching anymore. It's not triggering me. It's not coming in to my body anymore, if that, you know what I mean? I did notice one night that I started having some shadow work, some shadow stuff come up, and I started feeling my energy clamp down in my body around my chakras. So I sat there for a minute and I started flipping my chakras. And then I'd get to my crown and I'd start to come back down and flip them again. And I went back to that place of peace again. It was just incredible. But in this, us doing this course, it was amazing, because as we were working through our root, our sacral, our solar plexus, we were having so much come up, and we were like, oh my gosh, here's all of our stuff coming up as we're working through this work with you, for us, for you, for all of us. And at the completion of this, we got this huge download about, here's the next step, here's the next dimension to the chakras. And so I really wanted to share that with you. And we decided to do this, like I said, we just ran it through a few people on 11/11, and they did really well, and the results are beyond incredible. And so we've decided to do another round of people on 12/12, and I think that's a Wednesday in the week, but you can be at work or doing whatever you want to do. And in the morning, you'll get a little video on how to ground. And then in the afternoon, you'll get the music, and you can listen to the music when you get home from work. And then at night, Nina and I will start to flip your chakras. And as a group, this has a really cool synergy. And I just love it. Like, I'm so grateful that this came through, this next level of chakra work. So if you're interested, send a message. We have a few people signed up. Going to keep it a small, tight group again, just because then we can go through every single person too. So we work on you as a group, and then we go through each person and see how you're doing, what you need, and if there's any messages from your guides as well. And then we post the reading of what we saw and what happened during the group session. One thing that we did see that was really, really cool at the end was I saw everybody's crown chakras had changed. When I see a crown chakra, to me it'll actually look like the flower that you think that, to me it looks like a flower. Sometimes I'll see little pink wispy things coming off of your crown chakra. But at the end of this process, when I tuned into people's crown chakras, it looked like crystals, and it was really neat. And then the other thing was, Nina and I noticed there was so much light coming into the chakras that we couldn't see. The root chakra just looked like white light. And then the sacral, instead of looking like the orange, it was like it turned into white light. And then there was just light coming from everywhere. It was so cool. Ashley asked if there was a cost, and so yeah, we're doing it just for the $111 for the day. And we work on you all day that day. And then we monitor you for a few days after to see how you're doing, how you're settling into it. We want to make sure that the process is smooth and that you get what you need out of it too. Yeah, we did Gwen and Kellyanne's, of course, because they're our little test animals, our little lab rats, and it was pretty smooth for them. They each had different experiences when we did it to them. I hope you don't mind that I'm talking about you on this. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if there was anything specific around Gwen or Kellyanne. Kellyanne had a bit of a clearing after, and it put her in her body pretty nice, which she's used to really navigating the higher chakras. So she was like, I feel weird. And I was like, what do you mean weird? And then I was like, oh, she's really in her body. So if you have a hard time connecting to your lower chakras, then this is going to really anchor you into your lower chakras. It's interesting because the energy on this seems to know what you need to go to that crystalline energy, and it gives you exactly as little or as much as you need. We have one gal in there that has a bunch of PTSD, some chronic issues, some fibromyalgia, and she said that she woke up today and it was gone, and she has a smile on her face, and she went to sleep without her medication. We do not recommend that you don't take your medication, so do what your doctor says always, but she just fell asleep and forgot to take it. And she says, I woke up and I had a smile on my face, and I I feel good. And so we're seeing, I'm feeling an upswing of good energy. Like I said, my back pain and my joint pain, gone. That to me, I'm like, thank you, baby Jesus, because every morning I could touch my joints and I would have inflammation, and I would tap and do energy work, and I could get it to lighten, but it wouldn't ever fully disappear. I could still feel the heat in my joints, and I'm like, it's gone. It's gone. I'm so happy it's gone. There's nothing like waking up in the morning every morning with a sore back. Sore and stiff and sore and stiff, and I'm thinking, okay, my root chakra's fucked, you know, and I'd replace it and run some energy and it would stop. But I would have to do that. The last couple mornings I wake up and I don't have to do anything, it's just not there. So that is a miracle in itself. I'm really, really happy about those results. Trying to think if there's any other, like I said, we just did this group on Sunday, so I wanted to wait a couple days before I mentioned anything, because I wanted to see, you know, Nina and I wanted to see how everybody felt and what their results were, and they were getting more energy. They felt lighter, they felt happier. But yeah, this is really cool. If you want to do this, let us know. We're going to group you together on 12/12 and do it for the day. Like I said, I think it's the middle of the week, but you know, numerology is numerology, and we want to be consistent with the energy of the dates. And so 12/12 is just a really cool date, and I forgot what the number 12 means, but I'll have to look it up. So if you need any help with any of the material in here, you know, send a message, keep going through it. Nina and I, throughout the course of this, will, you know, or we have been, I should say, we'll stop and send you a little bit of energy here and there to keep your growth going forward and opening up chakras, and we feel you and we notice. And so some of you should have noticed, like, you're seeing an upswing in your chakras and things opening, because if we catch the energy and you're trying to open it and it's stuck, we'll actually go in and tweak it for you a little bit, because we love you and we want you to be so happy. But I wanted to pop in and just say this was incredible, and we appreciate you all being here and sharing all the chakras with us, and thank you for always supporting us and loving us, and I hope you have a great day today.